Item hash SCP-5047. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-5047 is currently contained in a standard humanoid containment chamber at Site-17. Description: SCP-5047 is a male humanoid entity manifesting immediately outside several Foundation sites, loading bays. Across its manifestations, the entity has been observed to wear a button-up shirt and khakis. While manifested, SCP-5047 will repeatedly request to be allowed inside, typically by addressing a hidden security camera or passing personnel. SCP-5047's identity has not been matched to any existing person. SCP-5047 was originally discovered on April 23, 2018 when the entity first triggered Site-81 security measures while approaching the loading bay on foot. Addendum 5047.01 SCP-5047 Manifestations. Manifestation hash 1 Discovery Date 23/04/2018 Location Site-81 Event Summary. SCP-5047 manifested outside the Site-81 loading bay, triggering security measures. On-site security personnel were deployed to apprehend SCP-5047, who manifested immediately upon touch. SCP-5047 was catalogued. Manifestation hash to date 26/04/2018 Location Site-19 Event Summary. SCP-5047 manifested outside the Site-19 loading bay, triggering security measures. Defense turrets were activated to fire upon SCP-5047, who vanished after being startled by the opening volley. Foundation sites placed on high alert for further appearances of SCP-5047. Manifestation hash 3 Date 06/05/2018 Location Site-64 Event Summary. SCP-5047 manifested outside Site-64 while the loading bay was open. SCP-5047 remained outside but requested to be allowed in. Emergency lockdown procedures were enacted. SCP-5047 expressed frustration and manifested after 15 minutes. Manifestation hash 4 Date 09/05/2018 Location Site-34 Event Summary. SCP-5047 manifested outside Site-34 and requested to be let in. Site Director Reach ordered SCP-5047 be allowed inside and kept under armed supervision. While inside, it wandered the humanoid containment wing and asked if all the cells were occupied prior to returning to the loading bay. SCP-5047 thanked the present security personnel and manifested once outside. Manifestation hash 5 Date 15/05/2018 Location Site-17 Event Summary. SCP-5047 manifested outside Site-17 and requested to be let in. Upon direction of O5 Command, SCP-5047 was allowed to enter Site-17 under armed supervision. While inside, SCP-5047 again wandered the humanoid containment wing before returning to the loading bay and thanking present security personnel. Additionally, it complimented the status of the site, calling it the best I've seen. SCP-5047 manifested once outside. Addendum 5047.02 Containment. On the 4th of June, 2018, the containment alarm was activated in Site-17's humanoid containment wing. On location, security personnel indicated no breaches in containment and were instructed to perform a sweep of the area. After approximately 15 minutes, SCP-5047 was located in a formerly empty containment chamber alongside a pregnant humanoid female and various labeled boxes. Upon being questioned as to how they entered the site, SCP-5047 produced an envelope containing $2,800 labeled rent.